After 50, the wrong walk can age your body faster than no walk at all. And the scary part is this, most of these mistakes feel healthy while they're slowly wearing you down. If you want to stay healthy and independent as you age, hit that subscribe button right now. We share science-backed health tips like this every single day. After years of watching the same patterns show up in adults over 50, one thing has become very clear. People don't usually stop moving because they want to. They stop moving because walking starts causing pain, fatigue, poor balance, or fear, and once that cycle starts, strength drops, joints stiffen, blood sugar climbs, and confidence goes with it. That's why this matters so much. Today I'm going to show you the walking mistakes that look harmless but can quietly chip away at your health, and more important, how to fix them. Now, before we continue, tell me your age and where you're watching from in the comments. This helps us understand who we're helping. Here's what most people get wrong. They think walking is always good no matter how they do it, but after 50, not all walking is equal. Some walking builds heart health, balance, and muscle. Other walking is like using the wrong key in the right lock. You're doing the right habit the wrong way. Look, I'm not telling you to stop walking. I'm telling you to stop wasting the walk. A 2018 study from the University of Sydney found that adults aged 60 and older who walked at an average pace had a 46% lower risk of dying from cardiovascular causes, and fast-paced walkers had a 53% lower risk compared with slow walkers. Think about that for a second. Not a fancy machine, not a special supplement, just walking pace. That should get your attention. And here's another shock. A 2018 study from Stanford University found that 80% of participants spiked their blood sugar after a bowl of cornflakes and milk, even when many thought they were healthy. So if you think a slow stroll can cancel out every walking mistake, it can't. Your body is keeping score even when you feel fine. There are 7 common mistakes people make, but these 5 are the ones that do the most damage again and again. And number 1 is the one almost nobody talks about. Number 5, walking too slowly all the time. Most people think any pace is enough. But actually, if your walk never challenges your heart, lungs, or leg muscles, your body treats it more like standing with motion than true exercise. It's not useless, but it's not enough. Here's the thing. Your body is like a car battery. If you only turn the engine on for a minute, it never fully charges. A very slow walk can help your mood and your joints, yes. But if you want better heart health, better stamina, and better protection as you age, your body needs a signal strong enough to respond. A 2023 study from Oregon State University found that adults ages 61 to 85 generally reached moderate intensity walking at about 105 steps per minute. In simple language, that's the zone where your walk starts doing real work for your health. So what should you do? Start your walk easy for the first 3 minutes, let your ankles loosen up, let your arms wake up, then pick up the pace until you feel slightly warm and a little out of breath, but you can still talk in short sentences, not gasping but not humming. If you use a phone or watch, aim for around 100 to 110 steps a minute. If you don't use tech, count 1 foot hitting the ground 50 to 55 times in 30 seconds. Keep that pace for 10 minutes at first, then rest into an easier pace for 2 minutes, then do another 10 minutes. If that feels too hard, start with 5 brisk minutes inside a 20-minute walk. That still counts. And don't ignore fuel. If you walk first thing in the morning and feel shaky, half a banana gives you about 13 grams of carbohydrate. 1 slice of whole grain toast gives about 15 grams. That small amount can help you walk stronger, not just longer. Let me be clear, you do not need to power walk like you're late for a flight. You just need to stop turning every walk into a parking lot shuffle. But wait until you see number 4, because this one is where many healthy walkers stall out. Number 4, doing the exact same walk every single day. Most people think consistency means repeating the same route, same speed, and same distance forever. But actually your body adapts fast. If you give it the same job every day, it stops improving. It gets efficient, then it gets stuck. Think of your muscles like employees. If you never ask them to do anything new, they do the bare minimum. Your heart works the same way. Your balance works the same way. Even your bones respond to challenge. A 2024 study from Shunshu University found that interval walking, which alternates brisk walking with slower recovery periods, improved physical fitness by up to 20% in older adults who did it regularly. That is a huge return from one of the simplest exercises on earth. So how do you use that? Try this. After a 5-minute warm-up, walk briskly for 3 minutes, then slow down for 3 minutes. Repeat that cycle 3 times. If you're doing well, build up to 5 cycles. That gives you a 23 to 35-minute walk, depending on your warm-up and cool down. And change the route. One day, use a flat sidewalk. Another day, add a gentle hill. Another day, walk in a store, a park, or even around your house with tighter turns. Why? Because different surfaces wake up different stabilizer muscles. Those are the small muscles that help keep you from stumbling when life throws you an uneven curb or slick floor. After interval walks, feed your muscles. 1 cup of Greek yogurt gives about 17 to 20 grams of protein. 3 ounces of salmon gives about 22 grams. Your legs are not asking for perfect meals. They're asking for building material. Quick question. Have you noticed that your legs feel heavy, weak, or tired during walks lately? Comment yes or no below. And stay with me, because number 3 is one of the most ignored mistakes of all. Number 3, walking dehydrated. Most people think thirst is the signal to drink, but actually by the time you feel thirsty, your body may already be behind. And after 50, that gap gets bigger because thirst becomes a weaker alarm. Your body runs on fluid the way a frying pan needs a little oil. Without it, everything drags. Your blood gets harder to move, your muscles cramp faster, your balance gets less reliable, your heart works harder. Even mild dehydration can make a walk feel strangely exhausting. A 2019 study from UCLA found that up to 40% of community-dwelling older adults may be chronically underhydrated. The same report warned that underhydration can contribute to falls, especially in the morning. That matters more than most people realize. So what should you do? Drink 12 to 16 ounces of water about 30 minutes before your walk. If you're walking longer than 30 minutes, especially in heat, sip 4 to 6 ounces every 15 to 20 minutes. If you take water pills, also called diuretics, or you have heart or kidney problems, talk with your doctor about the right amount for you. More is not always better. Morning walkers need to pay special attention. You lose water overnight through breathing and sweating. That means you can wake up already behind. Before coffee, try a full glass of water. Then walk. And yes, food helps too. One medium banana gives you about 422 milligrams of potassium. 1 cup of plain yogurt gives you roughly 400 milligrams of potassium and about 17 grams of protein. Those are simple foods that support muscles and fluid balance. Look, if your walk leaves you dizzy, headache, or oddly wiped out, don't just blame age. Sometimes it's not aging, it's dehydration. And before we go further, if this is making sense so far, hit that like button. It tells me you want more videos like this. Now let's talk about the mistake that quietly steals balance and makes every step less safe. Number 2, letting walking be your only exercise. Most people think walking is enough by itself. But actually, walking is a great base, not a complete plan. If your legs, hips, and core are weak, your walk starts falling apart, your stride shortens, your feet shuffle, your posture folds, and then walking becomes harder, which makes you walk less, which makes you weaker. That's the trap. Think of walking like driving on tires. The walk is the trip. Strength is the tire pressure. If the tires are low, the whole ride gets shaky. A 2025 study from Penn State found that just 4 minutes a day of simple strengthening work improved key mobility markers in older adults in as little as 12 weeks. Participants improved their chair stand performance, one leg standing time, and sit to stand speed. Those are not gym numbers, those are real life numbers. Standing up, climbing stairs, catching your balance. And Penn State researchers have also reported that older adults who strength trained at least twice a week had much lower odds of death than those who did not. So if you're only walking, you're leaving a huge piece of healthy aging on the table. Here's how to fix it without turning your life upside down. After your walk, do 5 chair stands. Sit down and stand up without using your hands if you can. Then do 10 countertop push-ups. Then stand on one leg for 10 seconds per side while holding a chair. Then do 10 slow calf raises. That takes about 3 to 4 minutes. Do that routine 3 days a week. That's it. Not an hour, not a boot camp, just enough to remind your body that it still needs strength, and feed that strength. 2 eggs give you about 12 grams of protein. 1 cup of cottage cheese gives about 25 grams. If you're over 50, many experts suggest aiming for roughly 25 to 30 grams of protein in a meal to help support muscle. Walking tells your muscles to stay alive. Protein gives them a reason. I'd love to hear your story. What made you click on this video today? Share in the comments. Because number 1 might be the mistake, changing your blood sugar, your energy, and your waistline more than anything else. Number 1, saving your walking for the wrong time. Most people think one walk at any random time cancels out hours of sitting and heavy meals. But actually, one of the most powerful times to walk is right after you eat. This is where people get fooled. They eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, then sit down right away because they think digestion needs rest. In reality, a short, easy walk after meals helps your muscles soak up sugar like a sponge. Sitting after a big meal is like letting traffic pile up at a red light. A short walk acts like the traffic cop that gets everything moving. A 2018 study from Stanford University found that more than half of people who believed they were healthy had blood sugar spikes in the prediabetes or diabetes range after certain meals. That's a wake-up call. And a 2023 review from researchers at the University of Limerick concluded that walking as soon as possible after a meal has a stronger effect on post-meal blood sugar than waiting. So what should you do? Start with 10 minutes after your biggest meal of the day. Not a hard walk, not a sweaty march, just a steady walk within 15 to 30 minutes after eating. If 10 minutes feels like too much, do 5. If your knees hurt, walk indoors on flat ground. If the weather is bad, pace in your hallway and be smart about the meal itself. If you load up on fast carbs, your body has more traffic to manage. 1 cup of cooked oatmeal gives about 4 grams of fiber. Half a cup of black beans gives about 7 grams of fiber and 7 grams of protein. A meal with fiber and protein usually gives you a softer blood sugar rise than a plate of white bread and juice. Let me be clear, I'm not saying a post-meal walk gives you permission to eat anything. I'm saying timing matters more than most people know. Now, let's pump the brakes for a second. I'm not saying this to scare you, but not every walking plan is safe for every person. If you get chest pressure, severe shortness of breath, sudden dizziness, a pounding irregular heartbeat, or pain in your calf that does not ease, stop and get medical advice. If you have diabetes and take insulin or a sulfonylurea drug, a post-meal walk can sometimes lower sugar too much, especially if you haven't eaten enough. If you take blood pressure medicine, you may feel lightheaded when you stand or walk fast. If you take diuretics, you may dehydrate more easily. If you have severe neuropathy, foot ulcers, advanced arthritis, recent surgery, unstable heart disease, or frequent falls, your walking plan should be cleared by your doctor first. And don't ignore shoes. Foot pain and poor footwear can throw off the whole chain, from ankle to knee to hip. If your soles are worn smooth, if your heel slips, or if your toes feel squeezed, fix that. Your feet are your foundation. So you're convinced, but thinking, how do I actually do this? Make it simple. Tomorrow, don't overhaul your life. Just do 3 things. First, walk 10 minutes after one meal. Second, once during that walk, pick up the pace for 3 minutes until you feel slightly warm and a little breathy. Third, when you get home, do 5 chair stands and 10 calf raises. That's your starter plan. If you're on a budget, you do not need a treadmill, gym membership, smartwatch, or expensive shoes. Use a hallway, grocery store, your driveway, or the longest room in your house. Use a kitchen chair for strength work. Use a wall for push-ups. Use a plastic water bottle as a reminder to drink before you head out. If mornings are your best time, drink water first and keep the walk short but brisk. If evenings work better, take your walk after dinner. If pain is your issue, split it up. 2 10-minute walks count, 3 7-minute walks count. Your body cares about the signal, not the fancy plan. Look, there's a lot of noise out there. People argue about the perfect shoes, the perfect step count, the perfect route, the perfect time. But the truth is simpler than that. You don't need to overthink this. You need to stop making the few walking mistakes that quietly cancel out your effort. Start with just one change. Make one of your daily walks a little faster, or take one short walk after dinner, or add 4 minutes of strength after you walk. Pick the easiest win and do it today. Your body will tell you if it's working. You'll feel steadier. Stairs will feel less rude. Your legs will feel more alive. Your energy after meals may improve. That is how progress often starts after 50, not with something dramatic, but with something repeatable. If this helped you, hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed because we post new health tips every single day. Stay healthy, stay strong.